Inside the AHSAA, your weekly look inside Alabama high school athletics, hosted by Luke Robinson. Brought to you by Coke, Alpha, Encore Rehabilitation, Edmondson Screen Printing, Wilson Sporting Goods, Russell Athletics, AL.com, and South Point Bank. Welcome to the Alabama High School Athletic Association's weekly update, heard exclusively on the AHSAA radio network. I'm Luke Robinson, and I'll be bringing you this week's top stories from the AHSAA. Alabama's high school version of March Madness will be showcased Friday night at the Pelham Civic Complex when Alabama and Mississippi's Prep All-Stars square off for the 21st time in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic. Mississippi comes in with a tall team led by Mississippi Class 4A State Championship Game MVP Johnny Zuppardo and his teammate Daniel Grieves. Zuppardo is the tallest player on either roster at 6'9". Grieves, an Air Force commitment, is 6'6". Mississippi also lists 6'8" centers Rodney Hood of Meridian and Aaron Jones of Gautier. Alabama's All-Stars can counter with a trio of 6'7" forwards, including Class 6A State Tournament MVP Reggie Spencer of Hillcrest-Tuscaloosa, William Truss of Vestavia Hills, and Jeremy Watson of Homewood. Alabama also features a trio of 6'6" forwards. Roquez Johnson of Carver-Montgomery, Class 5A State Tournament MVP Jeremy Bogus of Wenonah, and Illinois signee Devin Langford of Lee-Huntsville. Bogus averaged 22 points per game for the 5A State champion Dragons. Guards Ricky Tarrant of Pleasant Grove and Charles Eaton of Selma have averaged 21.5 and 21.9 points per game, respectively. Tarrant canned 47 points, including 26 of 29 at the foul line, in the Spartans Central Region Finals win over Russell County. Coaching the Mississippi boys are Keith Robinson of Pascagoula and Herman Sanders of Wingfield. Scott Suttles, who guided Hillcrest to a 32-3 record and the Patriots' second 6A state championship in the last 3 years, is coaching the Alabama squad along with Russ Wallace of Pickens County. The Tornadoes won the 1A state championship this season and the 2A state title in 2010. The 2011 team also had one win over Hillcrest. Players reported Wednesday afternoon will practice today twice and have a shoot-around on Friday. Tip-off for the boys' game is set for 7 p.m. Mississippi drubbed Alabama last year 112-88 to even the series at 10 wins each. In 2009, Alabama, led by Parker guard Eric Bledsoe, won 78-74. Bledsoe went on to the University of Kentucky last season and was a first-round draft pick in the NBA following his freshman season. He is now starting at guard for the Los Angeles Clippers. He had 19 points in Monday night's loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Alabama All-Stars also won a close 101-99 decision over Mississippi in the 2008 game. We'll be back with more Inside the AHSAA in just a moment.
Style points don't show up in the box score. Talking a good game has never won a championship. And we're sorry to break it to you. It's not the shoes. It's the work, the pride, the blood, and the tears. Because Russell's wicking sweat out of the equation. Russell Dry Power Moisture Wicking Tees and Fleece. The next evolution in over 100 years of raw performance.
Alabama's Lady All-Stars hold an 11-9 advantage over Mississippi in the first 20 years of the Alabama-Mississippi Classic. However, last year's team was thoroughly thrashed by the quicker, more talented Mississippi All-Stars. That setback snapped a 3-game winning streak for the Alabama team in the annual All-Star Classic. Alabama won 2009's game 81-73. In 2008, in overtime, they won 89-86. And in 2007, they won in a blowout, 90-65. Alabama has a slight size advantage in this year's game with 6'3" Florida State signee Christy Mokube of Central Phoenix City. They also have several 6-foot players as well. Alabama will be hard-pressed to slow down Mississippi's Payton Thompson, a 6-footer from Southeast Lauderdale High School. She averaged 28 points per game this season. The multi-talented Thompson will have plenty of help on the outside from 5'11" forward Krista Donald of Lake High School. Donald, a University of Georgia commitment, averaged 30 points in 2011. Coaching the Alabama squad are Nicholas Vincent of Class 1A state champ R.A. Hubbard and Brian Privet of Class 3A state champ Madison Academy. Mississippi's coaches are Mike Coleman of Quitman and Charles Moore of Franklin County. Tip-off for the girls' game will be at 5 p.m. Both games will be broadcast live over the AHSAA radio network.
After the final ball has flown, and the final catch made, and the last screaming fan has left the stadium, the ball is passed from one team member to the next so the players can sign their names. But of all the names, there is one on that ball that is perhaps the most important. That name is Wilson. Good luck this season.
Selected for the class of 2011 are game official Tony Baggiano, basketball coaches Joe Bellew, Johnny Patrick, George Hatchett, and Gerald Weems, former basketball coach and current AHSAA assistant director Wanda Gilliland, baseball and cross-country coach William Bill Merle, track and cross-country coach Jim Tate, football coaches Lester Smith and Walden Tucker, and former football coach and contributor Doug Barfield. Also, Lyle Underwood will be selected in the old-timer category. The 17-member Hall of Fame committee made the selections from 69 nominations on the Hall of Fame ballot. The Hall of Fame is located at the state office of the AHSAA in Montgomery. Congratulations to the class of 2011. Until next week, this is Luke Robinson saying thanks for joining us on Inside the AHSAA.